Hey, happy Venus Friday. And I know I want to make that a thing. And that's partly ego and that's partly just merging the Norse system of Freya and Friday and Venus and just, you know, thanking God as Friday. Well, look in the mirror, all right? But the point is that Friday is a day of joy and equilibrium, and we're in Taurus season, ruled by Venus. Venus is in Taurus. We just had a new moon a couple 3 days ago with all the gang of Taurus planets, as one of my commenters and subscribers called it. And this gang is about joy and pleasure, and we're in third dimension. So where there's joy, there's grief. Yeah, let's breathe deeply, in order to have the gratitude, gratitude, grief, really staying in the moment because the past is not destined to repeat itself. And then we have a new Venus star point on June the 4th, a couple days before the new moon in Gemini on June 6th. And the Venus star point is the alignment of the sun, our radiance, our love, with Venus, our sign of joy, a planet of joy and equilibrium and balance, and the earth. The alignment happens once every 9 months. We look at the one that happens before your birth, and then that speaks to how you play on teams. Imagine this: the Rolling Stones, 5 members, hit all 5 points of the Venus star, happens. Venus makes her rounds, hits every five, the pentagram, every 8 years. And so 5 and 8, Beatles lasted 8 years. There were only 4 Beatles. Rolling Stones, how long have they been lasting? Point is that when you know how you play on this Venus star, then you can understand what you offer your relationships, the ability to be receptive, the uh, evening star people, the lover side of Venus, the Libran side of Venus, the otherworldly side, the poets. And then we have the morning star people, the warrior ones, the ones that feel whole and complete unto themselves. They're here to embody their personal passions in the physical, the Taurus side, through self worth. Uh, anyway, it's a concept that I've been working with, or has been working with me for the last 10, 11 years, discovered and written by Ariel Gutman, Venus Star Rising, and I got a certification. I'm first American to do that here. There was one in the Middle East, so I was really second, but the first American. Point is that as we move from the morning star in Leo, which was August 13th of last year, double yang, kind of a lot of extroverted energy, kind of a lot of performance love. So if you've been in those relationships where you feel like, hey, you're acting, are you being or are you acting? Well, this Gemini evening star coming up on June 4th, that indicates that we're going to move into more of a yin energy with the evening star. But Gemini is a yang, masculine air sign. I'm thinking that it's also trans, but that's a whole nother conversation. So use these next, 25 or 26 days to go back to midsummer and think about where were you coming from, authentic heart intelligence, and where were you coming from an ego, I want to be right sense of self, and we get to correct all of this. So this yin on top, the Taurus energy that we're in, take a breath, assess, act like a rabbit in a lot of ways, but look at your life in a 360-degree perspective. Yeah, you can go down the rabbit holes too, and yeah, you can be fertile too, but the point is assess that beautiful ego soul balance. And the best way to create harmony, or one of the only ways, is from inner equilibrium, balancing that yang extroverted energy with the intuitive yin being energy. This is Quan out, and again, happy Venus Friday.